Okay, question number 6. Quote, this is for Mr. Smith for 2 minutes. The cost of workers' compensation insurance continues to increase for business owners, both large and small. What will you do, if elected, to help hold down these costs?
Workers' compensation costs in North Carolina have gone up, and there's been at least 3 different efforts in the last 12 years to look at workers' comp costs in the state. One aspect of that is to have a better labor commissioner, in my opinion, who will be focused on improving workplace safety. And I believe that's one place we can immediately start. But I also believe that we have to go out and find a better balance between the system as it sits today. I've never represented someone who had a workers' comp claim, so I'm not going to sit here and advocate for that side of it. But I will tell you that I've helped businesses who have tried to do the right thing and often find themselves in places where there are fraudulent claims filed and improper activities filed. In my mind, the concern with the workers' compensation system in North Carolina is that we need to have a stronger relationship to try and find out how we can improve workplace safety. But we also need to make sure that the insurance department does a better job of working with the Industrial Commission to help and identify those businesses that aren't fulfilling their obligations to provide workers' compensation insurance so that those costs aren't borne by everybody else in the system.
Mr. Goodman?
A couple of things. First of all, once again, I'm the only person who has a proven record of proposing legislation to help trim the increasing workers' compensation costs. You can go to Chapter 97 and also look at the legislation that I recommended to help do such that. The second way to help ensure we hold down these costs, insurance fraud. Now, the Industrial Commission has primary responsibility on matters pertaining to workers' comp, but on the setting of rates, that is the Department of Insurance. But if there's fraud involved, we can work with the Industrial Commission and law enforcement to crack down on claimants and others who are defrauding businesses and defrauding fellow workers out there. So in addition to already having a proven record on helping to trying to trim costs, and you know you can't always get things passed in the legislature down the street, but you try your best. Sometimes great ideas take a while to pick up steam. In addition to fraud, there's also the issue that I will raise here right now, is that we have to make sure that any future governor appoints qualified, capable, and competent folks to serve on the Industrial Commission. That's outside of the Office of Insurance Commissioner. We're in the same building as them. We're 2 floors down from them. But that's something that must be focused on. And I would encourage the folks who are watching this broadcast and who watch it later as well to ensure that future folks who are appointed or who are seeking appointment are qualified, competent, and capable to make sure that the laws that are there are handed out evenly, whether they're a business owner or whether they are a claimant. So fight fraud, legislation record I already have on this, and then also ensuring that the Industrial Commission has the appropriate competent personnel, and that's appointed by the governor and not by the insurance commissioner.
1 minute.
I hope Wayne's not suggesting the people who are on the Industrial Commission or the deputy commissioners aren't competent and capable of doing those jobs, because it's my observation that they do a fair and accurate job as it relates to the law. One area, though, I think the department could show greater leadership is people who have sold fraudulent insurance products in the workers' comp area in North Carolina. We know for a fact that those issues are not addressed today and that the Industrial Commission can't find help downstairs when they have those issues. In my mind, dealing with those issues today is an important one. But the reality of it is that Mr. Goodwin hasn't really proposed any ideas to reduce the cost of workers' comp in North Carolina, because we would have already seen some of those ideas in place. We've had a series of ideas, and every time they come up, they get stopped, usually by the people whose job it is to defend or to pursue those workers' comp injuries. We need to actually look at the cost of these claims and actually get to the point that we're rectifying them and resolving them in a way that will actually reduce the cost of workers' comp insurance in North Carolina.
Mr. Goodman?
I need to address this. Mr. Smith is basically saying that I do not have a legislative record where I did promote reducing the cost of workers' comp insurance. One of the things which we need to do, and again, this is not in the control of the insurance commissioner, but as the bully pulpit, I'll tell you, folks, is that we need to accelerate the hearing process. Now, I we talk about the insurance rate-setting process, and Mr. Smith said he hasn't represented anybody in the Industrial Commission. I believe that's what he said. But I know that what you can do is we need to accelerate the hearing process so that it saves everybody money, and that helps ensure that costs are low, too. I have those proposals there. If he wants to discuss that, that is fine. But that is not the role of the insurance commissioner in the current statutes. I'll be happy to use this as a bully pulpit to say any rate hearings and any Industrial Commission hearings, which are not in our control, and any court hearings whatsoever should be accelerated to the extent possible. That means we need more court personnel and more staff. And if we're going to do that, that business community is to join with us in encouraging the legislature to provide adequate resources so that we can move these cases along faster and save money and reduce costs. That's what this is about.
One